Alrighty guys, so as you guys know, Trunks and Goten are basically the next confirmed Dokkan Fest coming to Global. Again, this always happens. Beerus released after the 5th year anniversary. Before the 5th year anniversary, we got Beerus. So again, Trunks and Goten were after the anniversary, so boom, Trunks and Goten are gonna be here. Anyways, so courtesy of Kawaii, we now know the banner setup. So as you guys can see here, the banner is actually not that bad. Again, we do have Trunks and Goten as well as Krillin, who we'll go over in just a minute, once more. Again, they're extremely good, super powerful. Krillin is a godly level support type unit, and then Trunks and Goten are just offensive and defensive powerhouses. Of course, we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Don't really need to talk much about him. We have Int Gotenks, who is also extremely good. We have Exchange Boo. We have LR Gohan and Goten, and then we have STR Super Boo, and then Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks. So, looking at the banner, again, many people might say, hey, this is a pretty good banner. Again, it's actually really solid. Again, just some noticeable units on here, of course, is going to be things like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We all know how powerful and really good he is, greatly raising attack and defense for one turn. For one turn, 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional 4 key and 40% attack and defense, and is super effective against all types for 8 turns from the start of battle. He has a high chance of evading against. He has a high chance of being super effective against all types from the 9th turn, and then he also has that 50% chance to dodge super attacks, and then of course the active skill where he gives himself another 40% attack and defense, and then debuffs the enemy by 40% to their attack and defense. So again, extremely powerful unit. His link set is really good with shocking speed, fierce battle, over in a flash. So again, Gogeta is just an absolute powerhouse. We have, this Gotenks who transforms. He starts off as base Gotenks, then Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan 3. Again, unfortunately, because of the way that they designed him, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks you're really not going to be able to see other than in super long and difficult events, which is a little bit unfortunate because, again, he is really good. He gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 100% attack on Super. He has a great chance of launching an additional super attack. So essentially, this Gotenks is going to be greatly raising his attack and defense for 3 turns, but he's going to probably most likely super twice in a row, or if you're lucky and you actually have this guy rainbowed, he can do it 3 times to really just skyrocket his defense through the moon. So again, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is just an absolutely disgusting animal. Super Saiyan Gotenks, again, is super good. He's super underrated. The fact that he greatly raises defense for 1 turn. He has 2 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. He has a high chance of getting 50% attack, another high chance of getting another 50% attack, and then 2 other high chances of getting 50% defense. Again, 50% chance, it's basically a coin flip, so you're probably more than likely going to be able to get at least one of these other 50% defensive and attack proxies off, which makes it so that this Gotenks gets basically 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then with his stats, with like 12k defense, 17,000 attack, this Gotenks is going to be putting up really good damage. He's going to be putting up really good defensive numbers. The only thing that drags him down is his leader skill, special pose, and then youth. Again, youth isn't the worst. Again, it is pretty small. Again, it does need help for sure. You do have a really good solid roster of units here. You have really powerful LRs right here. B-Pan just got her easy as well. So again, there's a lot of good units on here. It just needs a lot more help. But again, overall, Gotenks is super good. Just his leader skill is going to be the issue. Base Gotenks is going to be okay. He gets 100% attack and defense. He greatly raises defense. So you do want to go full additionals. You do really want this Gotenks to get like maybe an additional super attack or something like that. But again, this base Gotenks is going to be extremely good nonetheless. Then of course we have Exchange Boo. Again, I have been very adamant in saying that Exchange Boo is really bad. Again, because he is, Exchange Boo is not like the best unit ever, but at the same time, I do think that he shouldn't be seen upon as like complete fodder, because he's not complete fodder. He is extreme tech, so he does have that running for him. You know, he is on a lot of categories, so, you know, that's also a really good thing. You know, categories that need the buff, like Majin Power, Power Absorption. Gifted Warriors is what Prodigal Warriors is going to be called on Global. It's going to be called Gifted Warriors. Warriors of Legend, Artificial Life Forms, Time Travelers. You know, he's on a lot of teams that really do need the help. Again, the only issue with this unit is, again, he has no start of turn defense. If they had at least just given him 50% defense, he would have been way better, because again, he only has this 40% damage reduction, which on paper looks good, but again, if you barely have any defense, there's literally no point in you having damage reduction if it's not like 50% or more, because you're still gonna get hit really, really hard. Like Super Vegito. Super Vegito barely has any defense, but he has 80% damage reduction, so it really works out because it's such an insanely huge amount of damage reduction that he's getting that his small amount of defense is actually going to be able to tank all of that. Again, he greatly raises attack. They could have slapped on raises defense as well. Again, would have made him a lot better. Just a little bit of help, you know, to this exchange boo would have been good. This guy, again, only has damage reduction. His defense is lacking, but overall, he is going to be a very solid unit because he does seal. He does have a high chance to stun. He does have a 30% chance to dodge. So it's not like he's completely horrible. But again, he just really needed that extra little umph to really just, you know, skyrocket this guy to be a very solid, very good unit. Because again, Extreme Tech really needs the help. If they had made him a support type unit, like give him like 3 key and 20% attack and defense to extreme class allies, that would have been really good. Again, his first 2 forms are absolute garbage. Super Boo, on the other hand, is very good because again, he greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. He has 50% damage reduction. Now we're talking, because again, this is actually going to be significant. Again, this is actually noticeable. And then he gets a chance of performing a critical hit plus 12% per rainbow key sphere obtained. This is a really nice little thing that they added to him. Again, 3 key, 220% attack, so he's going to hit really, really hard. Again, defense, at least maybe 100% defense, would have been way better. Again, just to really flush out this unit. Again, his stats are pretty good. He does have high defense, you know, even higher than Gotenks. But the issue is, he literally has no start of turn defense, so it literally means nothing without it. But he does have the damage reduction, again, and he does greatly raise his attack and defense for 3 turns, so, again, you really want to go full additionals for him, and he's mostly going to be like a slot 2 unit for like maybe the first turn, because again, once he gets like maybe 1 or 2 supers in and his defense is really high, then you can put him in slot 1, because again, he is going to have high defense with this damage reduction. Again, he's not going to take a lot of damage from anyone, and then his link set is also really good. Again, it's really good with a lot of boo units. You know, he does get a lot of extra attack and defense from here, so again, that's also really good, and something that we should, you know, talk about as well, because again, this guy is actually super good, you know, like, I'm not trying to downplay him, this guy's really good, like, he's on par with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. It's just that his first 2 forms are kind of fodder. Again, that's the only issue with, you know, Exchange Boo. I'm not even going to talk about Super Boo. Again, Super Boo is kind of butt cheeks. You know, after the link level update, he is going to be solid because he does have a really good link set. I mean, we can literally just take a quick look at him. Again, I don't really talk about him because, again, no one really runs him. No one really talks about him anymore. He's kind of like just lost in time. Again, his link set is good. Again, he's going to have very solid links. 80% attack and defense is not good. Lowering attack and defense is also not good. I mean, it is good, but, like, he only gets 80% attack and defense at the start of turn, so it's just like, you know, are you really going to be running this guy? Like, probably not. Though when he does transform, he does become good. Again, he's probably going to transform into Ultimate Gohan, because, again, the really good form that you want to get him in is going to be this guy, because, again, he greatly raises defense for 1 turn. He recovers HP, he gets 100% attack and defense, he gives 3 key and 30% defense to all allies, that includes himself, so he's going to basically have 130% attack and defense, greatly raising it, and then with this link set is going to be okay. Again, Brainiacs is going to give him extra attack and defense. Demonic Ways is kind of dumb, don't know why they put that on him, but, you know, you're probably never going to activate that, mostly because if we take a look at Demonic Ways, like, I mean, you could run him with this guy, but like, it's really hard to get Buu Piccolo to come out because you have to be under 49% HP. That's really, really difficult considering that, you know, most Dokkan events can be absolutely destroyed in a couple of seconds. So that's probably the only downside to him. This guy is okay. Again, he doesn't greatly raise defense, which really does kill him. I mean, he does have start to turn defense, but again, you know, his stats are pretty low, barely, not even 10k defense. So his defense is not going to be the best. Ultimate Gohan Buu, this guy is going to be very solid. He does get 120% attack and defense. He does greatly raise it for one turn. I mean, he does get big bad bosses, so realistically, you probably want to get this guy, but again, Buu Piccolo, again, he's not to be underestimated. Again, his support type ability, again, is probably like the most ideal thing, but again, if you get Ultimate Gohan, who is probably the easiest one to get, yeah, between 80 and 100% HP, he is going to be solid for sure. You know, like this is going to be a very solid unit. So yeah, just going back to again, this is going to be the roster. The last unit again is LR Gohan and Goten. Again, I'm just doing kind of like a quick breakdown of all the units, though I mean, it's taken pretty long, but you know, it's all good. Again, very, very solid still to this day. The only issue is again, you have to build the team around them. They need ki, you know. And essentially, you just need to really protect them until they have all of their, you know, passive built up, and then, you know, they're basically God. So again, that's the only issue with Gohan and Goten. Again, very, very solid banner. It says that they're also going to have step-ups, so that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about is step-ups. So if there's step-ups on this banner, I would say go for it. Again, step-ups are something that I'm always going to tell people to do. Doesn't matter who you are, free to play. You pay to win, always do the step-ups. Again, they're really good because, you know, I actually got Dokkan Fest Beerus and Whis off of the step-ups on the 5th year anniversary, before the 5th year anniversary, I should say. I actually got Dokkan Fest Beerus on the step-ups. So, the step-ups do matter. They matter immensely. I got, again, Whis and Beerus. 2 of the featured units. Whis I got on my first summon or on the first step up, and then Beerus I got in the last one. So again, step ups are really good. For me personally, again, I'm obviously gonna try to get this unit, of course, because it's a new unit. But for me personally, I would rather get Gotenks or Gogeta. Again, it may sound a little weird, but I would honestly rather get Gotenks or Gogeta rather than the 2 new featured units. The reason for that is because again, it's Gogeta and it's Gotenks. Again, Gotenks, I've been a huge fan of the unit ever since he came out. I always wanted to try out using Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Or, this is going to sound pretty contradictory, but even Exchange Buu I'll take, just because I need better units for my Extreme Tech team. I will even take Exchange Buu. Again, that's how desperate I am to get a lot better units for Extreme Tech, just because, again, dude, Extreme Tech sucks right now. It's not good. Yeah, I would even take Exchange Buu. But yeah, again, do the step-ups. Again, there are more tweets over here. Let's see what he said right here. He said precision of the step-ups. 5 characters, 7 characters, 10 characters, including SSR. 10. So yeah, basically it's going to start off with the first summon. You get 5 characters, second one 7, last one 10, just like a normal summon. And then it says right here, correction, there is no free multi when we then start directly on 50 Dragon Stones. Alright, so it's just going to be the first, so it's just going to be 3 step-ups, then just 50 Dragon Stones each multi. So there's not going to be like 3 multis that you get a free one. It's not going to be like that. It's just 3 step-ups, done. You have to spend your rest of your Dragon Stones if you want to do it. Hydros also, again, kind of clarifies this. Again, will not have a free multi-step. Step 4 is 50 Dragon Stones, no free multi confirmed. SSR rarity, 10% chance for an SSR on Gotenks and Trunks banner. And then again, he's just kind of going over the units that are on here. And then it's going to be live. Wait, so, this is the Dragon Stones you're going to use. I thought this was a date. So yeah, this is the amount of Dragon Stones you're going to have to use. So it's going to be 25, 30, 45. There should be a calculator here. But my calculator's dead. You know what? Wait, I think I should be able to do the math really quickly. 25, 30, 45. I think that's like 100 stones, because that's 5. Yep, it's 100 stones. So the step-ups are 100 stones. That's pretty good value because, again, 3 summons is 150. So you do save yourself 50 Dragon Stones. So, I mean, that is a pretty good discount, honestly. Like, can't really complain about that. It's pretty good. But, yeah, again, do them all. Honestly, if I say pull, like, Trunks, or not Trunks, but, like, say Gotenks on, like, maybe the first multi, I might just stop there. Just because, again, Trunks, no, not Trunks. Gotenks and Gogeta are really the 2 that I'm after. But, yeah, I mean, I would say go for it. Again, it's really good value. The fact that, again, the first one is 25 Dragon Stones, that's really good. You could get extremely lucky and pull them, or you can get extremely unlucky and not pull them. Again, that's kind of like a gamble you have to take, but again, I would say just do it. It's super convenient, it's super good, and it's also really smart because you could get the new featured unit like I did last year. You could absolutely pull them. I've seen people who go in there, first multi, 25 Dragon Stones, they pull the new featured unit. You know, that could be you. And again, 25 Dragon Stones is not that much, you know, honestly. It's like half the price of a multi, and of course it's only 5 characters, but again, you do have like that 10% chance that Hydros did right here, you know, to get the SSR on Gotenks and Trunks' manner. So again, overall, I would say do summon on the step-ups, only do the step-ups if you're free to play. Again, only do the step-ups. Do not then start spending 50 Dragon Stones on the rest of the banner. That is their whole point. They want to pull you in. They want you to get to spend all your stones, because then when you've spent all your stones, you're like, well, what do I do? How do I get, you know, stones for the anniversary? Well, then they come out and say, well, hey, you should buy this pack. You should buy this pack. It's on sale. That's how they're going to get you. So free-to-play players, do the step-ups. Stop summoning, you know, immediately after. Do not summon anymore. That's all you got to do. Step-ups, 100 Dragon Stones, boom, done. Now, depending on how many Dragon Stones you have, depends if you should summon or not. Again, if you don't have a lot of Dragon Stones, then maybe just go for the 25 Dragon Stone multi and then stop. If you have, say, if you have Dragon Stones like me, again, I don't like to usually do this, but I have like over 1,000. You know, I can have enough to spare, you know, doing, you know, the full rotation, which is 100. But if you only have like 200, 300, or even just 100 Dragon Stones, maybe just do the 25 one, because again, you know, you do want to have a lot of stones for the anniversary, which are honestly must summon banners. There's no way in hell you should skip them. Again, we don't know what's up for Worldwide Download Celebration. For all we know, it could be like a non-hype Dokkan, like dual Dokkan Fest. But again, if you're free to play, at least do the 25 one. Even if you have like 30 stones, again, you do have that chance to pull the new featured unit. And again, there is going to be 2 EZAs that come with the celebration, so you're going to get like about, like, let's say you can only get to stage like 15 on each. That's 30 Dragon Stones. So, you know, you are going to be able to make up the Dragon Stones that you lost. But again, I would just do the step-ups, no matter who you are. But again, it does depend on your stones. You know, I mean, I say do all the step-ups, but again, do the ones that you know you can spare. You know, like, only spend the amount of Dragon Stones that you know that you can spare. So just a reminder, it's 25, 30, 45. If you have little Dragon Stones, go for 25. If you have a moderate amount, maybe do the first 2. And then if you're like me, who has enough to spare, do the whole rotation. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Again, dude, I'm literally just repeating myself at this point, but like, it's a pretty good manner. Again, even though Boo, Super Boo, and then I didn't even talk about him because he's complete dog shit. I mean, he's just bad. But again, it's not the greatest banner of all time. It is decent because, again, it does have Gogeta. You know, Gogeta's basically carrying this banner. Kind of like, I believe it was like the same thing that Cooler did on, I think, maybe Namek Goku's banner, because I think Cooler was on his banner or something like that. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's been a while. Cooler's like 2 years old now anyways. So that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all next time.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goten. Now I understand.